Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I sure hope that the sound is working today. Testing. I'm new to this whole Google streaming stuff. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see here. Alright, good. Just wanted to listen to that. Looks like it's working. Now let's go to the bottom line. I have a short that I initiated, and that is going to be on the Australian New Zealand dollar. Hey, before we start, I don't have time right now to start uploading disclaimers. Let me just verbally read the disclaimer. So the disclaimer is, if you are using money that you can't afford to lose when trading futures and Forex, which is very risky, then you should not be trading. The government required disclaimer also would like for me to state that past performance is no indication of future performance, and also that trading Forex is very risky. At any rate, with that said, I'm sure everybody's aware that it's risky. Let's go ahead and start looking at these charts here. Alright, this is the Australian, New Zealand on the far right. We have oil. In yesterday's stream video, I talked about the fact that I'm very bullish on oil, and we bought oil. I also talked about the fact that the dollar CAD should be making a move lower. It did do that. For those in our members room, I'm sure you're aware of what I said. For those on Google, apparently the live stream yesterday didn't have sound. Alright. Today we have sound. Now here's oil on the daily chart. Yes, correct, Bob. It's US oil. Okay. No, actually, the Google chat is disengaged, Steve. Yeah, so if you want to do the chat, you actually have to, excuse me, log into the members room. Alright, why am I shorting the Australian versus the New Zealand? You know, a lot of people don't trade this because they say, well, the Australian and the New Zealand kind of move together, and that is true. But they're still two different countries, and if you feel strongly about the fundamentals of one of those countries, obviously you can set it up against another one that you feel weak about the fundamentals. So this is a bit of a longer term play. This is not a day trade. This Australian versus the New Zealand. Now let's just say this coronavirus is real. It's not bogus. Then, I think Australia is going to continue to get hit. And based on the Reserve Bank of New Zealand from a couple days ago, they were very positive on the New Zealand economy. However, Australia hasn't been as positive. So essentially all we're doing is taking a strong country in a similar region and putting it against the weaker country's currency. Now, yeah, if coronavirus continues to disrupt the Chinese economy, that's going to spill over to the Australian economy that is a significant trading partner with China. So that's where the preference for the Australian versus the New Zealand to go short is. Now let's get to the technical aspect of this trade. What is so technical about it? Well, zoom in one right there. I think this is a good indication. Correct, Eddie, correct. So he just pointed out that we have a head and shoulders pattern, and that's exactly what I've been saying here. I really don't use these arrows much, but as many of you know, I trade on Interactive Brokers platform. Can get rid of the yawns today. So we have shoulder and we have shoulder here. We came up, got spanked on the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's meeting here. Boom. And I am looking for this pattern to play out and bring us down to these lows down here, this congestion area that we have here. This is what I am looking for as far as a touchdown. And it could go as low as here. So we have 103.63, and then at the low point we have the 103. Inside that area, we have that congestion. So right in there. That would be the area that I would be. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to come here and bounce. I'm just saying that that area there is the congestion area, and then trade it as you wish. A trader that just wants to take profit and get out is going to be taking profit over here. A trader that doesn't mind waiting maybe for this to break, it may come here, consolidate a little, then come down. And if it's a very strong push, obviously it's going to come down. We may even run stops below here. But as traders, we don't want to maximize our time. And how do we do that? In order to maximize our time, we take the trades that we feel are the best at the moment to work out in the best possible way. So I believe here to here, a lower risk and a faster trade. Here to here, higher risk, may take a more time. Severe weather alert. Man, I gotta get these stupid alerts off of here. This is very annoying. I'll figure that out afterwards. So, once again, head and shoulders pattern emerging. We will soon see if it is going to come about. Sometimes as traders we see a pattern and we automatically think it's definitely going to happen That's a very dumb way to think. There's no guarantees. But there's one guarantee here. That's that the volume button is a waste of time. You can use that with stocks, futures, fine. But given the fact that there's no central exchange with foreign exchange currency trading, to me it makes no sense to have that volume button open. In fact, it's just confusing. What we can use is a momentum button indicator. And let's take a look at that right now. It's not really telling us much. Okay, we had this momentum down here. It's subsiding, yes. But I don't see divergence at the moment. So I would not, think that we're not going to move lower. I think this pattern here is a 70% chance that we move down to this level. Pure speculation. But speculation is needed. That's what we are. We're speculators. A speculator is one who is using deductive reasoning, one who is using statistical references to, I'm making this up, but this is a fact. Using statistical references to infer a possible outcome. Therefore, we're speculators. And I mean, this is the first time that I'm actually really looking at the Australian New Zealand on a daily basis. I mean, in a long time. And we talked yesterday about the SPX, because everybody seems to think that, coronavirus, it's going down. Would you stop the nonsense? Just stop it. We don't know what it's going to do. When the market goes up, then it's going up. When it's going down, it's going down. Who the heck knows what it's going to do tomorrow, and who cares? It's not what we're here to determine. See, I'm not here to speculate on possible outcomes that don't adhere to my chart parameters. So things have to adhere technically. Now, again, I'm bringing this up because before I was referencing fundamentals, and one can say, well, what about coronavirus? And coronavirus means that the GDP of China is going to drop a couple percent or whatever, and it's also going to be weighing on this country. Okay, yeah, that's right. That doesn't mean it's going to play out today, but once we get that information, and then we can use our reasoning based upon the technicals, then it becomes something that I can talk about. Now, that's not here with the SPX 500. So you can talk all you want about what's going on with the coronavirus, and it's just your little world, what you think may happen. Who cares, man? About news. Okay. Well, one has to, you want to care because, okay, yeah, but isn't everything baked into the chart anyway? That doesn't mean that I'm not following up on news. I'm not. But if you're going to base your trades on news, I wish you the best. And if you do very well at it, then let me know, because I can incorporate that into my strategy, because it's never worked for me. I've been trading for over 20 years. Full time for over 10. You'll learn that you got to go with what works. Okay, now we have oil popping. Does that mean Australians going to pop the Australian dollar? I mean, it's not going to hurt it. Copper. Here I have the copper chart up. I told you about copper bottoming out last week. We were looking at it. I even bought some. See this right here? Perfect. Little tiny stop run, boom, and moving higher. So copper, we also have other natural resources such as iron ore. Those are some major components that can move that Australian dollar. Not so much impacting the New Zealand. New Zealand is a massive milk-producing nation, dairy, cheese, natural resources, yes. But in my opinion, they're going to be a lot more resilient to China because that's not their main. I mean, they trade with China, but not like Australia basically relies on the Chinese economy in a big way. Okay, so on this, which I'm doing for demonstration purposes only, I haven't taken the trade here on this MT4. Took it on my Owanda, which is a good broker, by the way. Now, I have a link. A lot of people ask me about brokers, and I was using FX Primos before the rules came into effect that Americans can't use, certain brokers offshore or what have you. But FX Primos, I have the link on the website. They are the best broker in my opinion. Excellent. Not huge, where they're not, take a while to get back to. Excellent customer service. That's one of the few that I do recommend. Here we are. So we had a nice little candle here in that 1 hour chart. You see that wick? It's really looking good. Hey, you know what? For those out there, this could be a nice intraday trade too. Nice intraday trade, people. Alright, we got everything. We got technicals, we got fundamentals. Technicals and fundamentals. When they come together, wonderful things can happen. Want to bring up something else. If we start to sell in stocks, we may see the Australian New Zealand dollar move lower. And it's just because the Australian gets hit more than the New Zealand when you see heavy equity selling. That's another reason why I am liking this. I know a lot of people follow that Australian, the yens, dollar yen, Australian yen, New Zealand yen, but I'm not liking that correlation now. Alright, the correlation is dissipating. The yen doesn't get strong like it did in the past. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Now, because I had an issue yesterday with the sound. Grace, that's a good question. For the stops and the target, I just sent that out on the Australian New Zealand. So check your email. Alright. Check your email on that. And make sure that you check your junk spam as well. And you may also see the sell signal there on that SPX 500. I am also short that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the questions there, and I'm going to stop the streaming here on YouTube. We'll be doing longer streamings on YouTube, but I just want to make sure that the sound is correct and everything. So yesterday I went on and on. I think it was like 45 minutes. Comes out that the sound wasn't even good, so I know that the sound is good in the actual trading room, so let me, just answer some questions there, go over some of these trades. And for you out there who are, viewing this on YouTube and not members, I hope that you're gathering some information. If you're interested, check us out. fxlifedaytrading.com. It's looking really good here now in the markets, and we also have a futures trading room. Take care, everybody, and have a good